Well, thank you for joining us today for our screencast on albums and books. Now, you're probably wondering why albums and books. Now, albums and books are a product that can separate you from your competitors. It's also a product that a lot of times studios think of as a product that's only really necessary for weddings. Well, we're here to show you today some alternatives to the books that we offer that aren't necessarily just for weddings. These are books that can be great for family portraits. They make amazing guest books. They also make great parent books, as well as great little digital version of a scrapbook that people can put together on our site. Now, through Pictage, we've got several different books available for you. We're going to be starting off today in our albums and books section. To get to this area from your homepage, all you have to do is go to Buy Products, click on Albums and Books, and here you are. Now, at first, you may say to yourself, well, frankly, I just don't have time to offer books through my studio. We don't have time to go back and forth with clients, make designs, make changes so that they can finally approve and place their orders. Well, one of the great things with Pictage is that we've made it available for you to be able to offer these books to your clients without you even having to get involved in the process. And Pictage does this through 4 different books that we have available. To find these books, what you want to do is on this page, look for the items that have a little asterisk by them. You will notice the 4 books down at the bottom that have this little mark. These are the books that your clients can order directly off the website without you having to get involved. The first of these books is our memory book. This is an awesome little book that your clients can either custom design themselves or just go with our classic design, which is a simple 1 image per page. These books come in 3 different sizes. They come in a 5x5, 7x7, and a 10x10. Again, can be done as a classic book with a soft page. So as you can see here, the way that these books are bound, these are separated soft page books. Or they can also design these themselves using our design software that we make available for them. This is a great little book that can be ordered by your clients. It's something that they can sit around as a family and put together, design, order, and have it done by us for your client. All you have to do is add it to your price list, set your price percentage markup, and you're done. Next product on this list, going back over to our albums and books, is our next book in line, our coffee table book. This book comes in 2 sizes. The big difference between this book and our memory book is that this is a lay flat rigid page. What that means is that this can be designed with an image that goes across 2 pages, and the image is going to flow through perfectly. It comes in a gloss finish and can be custom designed by your clients, or can actually be custom designed by the Pictage staff for your clients. Now, this is a great service that we offer here at Pictage, where your clients can order a design from us. We go through, we design the book, we make the changes to the book. At no point in the process is your studio really getting involved, but you're going to still collect the profits off of this once a client purchases this as a book. As I mentioned earlier, this comes in 2 sizes, 6.5 by 6.5, as well as a 7.5 by 7.5. And again, you'll see the Add to Price list button up at the top that's going to allow you to be able to add this product into your list for your clients to be able to order from. You can see some more information on the books down here in this blue box. You can view specifications of the books. It'll give you the dimensions as well as the maximum number of pages. You can see the variety of cover colors that they have available as well. So they're not stuck just choosing one color book. They can still make several different choices on that in order to make these books a lot more personal for them. Moving along, the next 2 books in this series are 2 flush mount albums that Pictage makes. That's right, we do offer flush mount albums directly to your customers that are the exact same quality as the flush mount albums we offer to you as photographers. These products here can be found at the bottom, the first one being the modern album. And as you can see from the images, this is identical to the modern book that we offer photographers. 2 slight differences in the books. Number 1, the modern album for your consumer only comes in 2 sizes, whereas yours comes in 4 sizes. And your clients are going to have these books designed by us. So this being a flush mount album is not a book that your client designs themselves, but in fact it's a book that Pictage will design for them. This book comes as a 10x10 or 12x12. It is a true lay flat flush mount luster album. The prints are coated to make sure that these books do not stick together. This book here has a photographic cover that wraps around with a solid color on the back and the spine of the book. So your client actually gets to choose what color that is when they go into to place their order for these. So you can see from the cover options, their choices are actually exactly the same as yours as a photographer. So there's really not much difference in the book other than the dimensions that the books are available in. Once the design is done, your client places the order, we produce the book, and we ship it directly to your client. Next book in line is our leather consumer album. Now this book here is essentially a simplified version of our Aspen album. What do I mean by that? I mean that this is a PVC backed material, which is exactly the same as our Aspen album. It is a genuine leather cover. It is handmade, and as any of our other flush mount albums here, Pictage comes with a lifetime warranty, as does a modern book, by the way. Now the difference between this and the Aspen we offer you is obviously the amount of choices of covers that you have available with the Aspen is just enormous in comparison to what your clients have. We've essentially taken our top of the line album and we've simplified it so that your clients can order it directly on the website. You can see here they do have various cover options. These are all the different colors of leather that they can choose. They can also choose imprinting on their cover. Now, they cannot add a picture to the cover, though, and that is one of the big differences in comparison to what you have available as a photographer. So essentially, your client would put together the images they want. They'd order a design from us. We produce the design. We make changes. Once they're happy with the design, they place the order for their books. It's not uncommon for some studios to offer these books directly to clients. So basically what they'll do is they'll shoot the event. They'll edit the images, upload them to Pictage, and at that point, the studio's done. The client gets to go into Pictage and choose what they want if they're going to be ordering their books or not through the site. So this is something that can really, really free you up and free up your staff to continue shooting and continue to produce more profit for your studio. Now, these were the 4 options that were available, and one thing you noticed on each of the 4 options, there was always that Add to Price List button that would allow you to add these to your client's price lists. Next in line are our photographer books. Within our photographer books, we've got 3 flush mount albums as well as a press printed book. Now you're probably wondering, what's the difference between that press printed book and the flush mount albums? Well, the flush mount albums we actually produce photographic prints for. We coat them and then we mount them into the substructure to produce the book. With the press printed book, we print directly on the cardstock material that's going to be used to put the book together. This is what's called an indigo press process. These books lay flat, just like our flush mount albums. These are also a great alternative for our photographers. So let's go ahead and click into our press printed book. Our press printed book comes in several sizes, starting off with our smallest at a 6x6, working all the way up to a 12x12 and a couple of sizes in between. Any of the book sizes 8x12 and larger, you can do a genuine leather cover. You can also do a leather spine with a front image, as you can see here. Or you can do a wraparound cover, which is a cover that's available for all our different books. To learn the difference in the cover options for our press printed books, you can click See a List of Cover Options, and this will actually show you how to do a wraparound cover, as well as our plugin, which we will have a screencast available showing step-by-step how to do that. Here you see the leather spine and imitation leather spine with the cover image. And you also see our full leather cover option with a cameo image. So that option also exists with the leather, is to do a cameo. These books come in 3 finishes. They come in a satin, a matte, and a glossy. The matte works amazingly well as a guest book, also works wonders for boudoir albums, as well as kids' books. These books with the gloss finish also work well as kids' books. The different finishes are basically down to your choice of what finish you want to use for your clients, but this is a book that can work, as I had mentioned earlier, if you're doing engagement sessions, a guest book. You can do this as a storybook for kids. Maybe you want to do this as an alternative to your parent album, so you're saving money and still offering a great quality product to the parents by offering these press printed books to the family. So again, this is our press printed book. Working our way up from our press printed book, we come into our modern book. This is the first of our photographer flush mount albums. Again, the difference between this and our press printed books is that these are actually photographic prints. This book is identical to the modern album we offer to your consumer. The only difference between the two is, well, it's definitely not the color covers because we do have the same covers, but the difference is the sizes that we have available of these books. This book comes in an 8x10 as well as a 10x13, along with a 10x10 and a 12x12 option. This book is available for you, and one of the most important things about our press printed books, our modern books, our Sequoias, and our Aspens is that we will design your books for free. That's right, we'll design the book for free. It's one of the benefits of the Pictage service is you upload the images. You choose which images you want to use for the album, or even better, have your clients pick the images and make a favorites folder. And then you just place an order for an album design from our staff. Our staff can turn around one of those designs in about 2 to 4 business days, and at that point you show it to your client, and then you place the order for your book. So what we're doing is we're taking a lot of steps off of your hands and taking a lot of extra work off your hands in order for you to be able to offer books to your clients. So again, this was our modern book. Again, big difference between this and some of our other flush mat albums is this is a photographic front as well as a photographic paper back with a solid color. This also comes with a dust jacket. And this book, what's great about it is it does have a flat binding fee. So regardless of whether you're doing 16 pages or 40 pages, the cost to bind this book is the same. The only thing that changes is the cost of the print based on the number of prints you have in your book. Moving along, our next book in this line of books is our Sequoia 2 album. This is our flush mount synthetic leather album. Now, this varies a little bit from our modern book in that we use a PVC backing for this instead of a cardstock backing. Now, you're probably going, well, what's the difference? Cardstock backing is a backing that has been traditionally used in the album industry by many book companies to produce books. What we did in this past year is that we switched over to this new technology backing, and what it has done is it has made the books a little bit thicker, made them nice and rigid, but it also has made a huge improvement in those markets with high humidity, and that is because the PVC backing will not warp. This is a warp-free guarantee book. Now, you're probably sitting there going, well, what if my modern book warps? What do I do that? Don't worry about it. Your book has a 100% warranty with Pictage for the life of the book. So if that were ever to happen with a book, we can take care of that for you right away. But moving back over here to our Sequoia 2, this is a book that only comes in the dimension of square. It comes as a 5x5, 8x8, 10x10, 12x12. It is a lay flat book. It is done in a luster or metallic finish. As you can see from this, the book does truly lay flat. And you're probably wondering what this cut here is in the middle. Now, this is something that Pictage does to ensure the quality of our books. With our flush mount photographic albums, we do cut the center of the page, though the cut is only 1/32 of an inch thick. It's very, very thin. But the reason we do this is it allows for the books to just live a much longer, happier life in your hands. And what we mean by this is when you do a book that is not cut, eventually it's going to develop a blue or pink streak down the middle, and that's because the chemical deterioration of the photographic print. So to prevent this, what we do is we cut the print right in the middle, but we always align it, so don't worry if you've got a panoramic image that your image is going to be distorted or it's going to be unlevel. We always make sure that everything is leveled properly so you can design with double page spreads in mind. What's great about this book is, like the modern book, this has a flat binding fee, which means if you do a 5x5 with 16 pages or a 12x12 with 60 pages, your binding fee is going to be exactly the same. That's right. The binding will be the same. The only change is the cost of the print. Obviously, 12x12 photographic prints cost more than 5x5 photographic prints. So this is something that that changes in price, but the binding itself stays the same. You have the choice of choosing a inset or a cover window. You can do either or with our system, and you can even add cover text. So this is a book that has some options to it that will still allow you to personalize it, though those options are limited, and that is because we want to be able to keep the cost of this book as low as possible for you to be able to offer it. But the options are great. The material feels wonderful. Most people can't tell that it's not a real leather when they feel the book. It's really well done, and we can turn this book around in 10 to 15 business days. So that is incredibly quick for a flush mount lay flat album with a lifetime warranty to be able to offer this book and turn it around in that quick a time. Finally, moving along, the final book of the Pictage line of albums that we produce is our Aspen album. This is our prized possession. This book here comes in a variety of shapes and sizes. You can order it all the way down from a 4x5 up to an 11x14 or 12x12 book, and all sorts of sizes in between. This book comes in genuine leather. It comes in silk. It comes in alligator. It comes in linen. You can put an acrylic on the cover. You can split tone your book. You can add an image window, an inset text. There's so many varieties to this book that you can produce one-of-a-kind books for a lot of your clients before you end up doubling up on your designs. You can even put a brushed aluminum cover on this book. This is a really cool modern effect for a book to be able to have that aluminum cover on the front. These books, like our Sequoia 2, are made on a PVC back material. This book is a true lay flat book. As you see here, this is a two-tone leather book. This is a book that just really shows amazingly. When you show up to your client's house and you've got this shiny 11 by 14 with an alligator skin and an acrylic on the front cover, it makes a statement. This says, I am here to be your book for life. And so this is a book that we actually make at a very reasonable price. We normally can turn these books around in 15 to 20 business days. And one of the cool things is you can even choose a liner for the book so that you can have an interior liner that goes with your outside color. So if you're going with a cream colored outside, you don't have to go with a black interior. As you can see, you've got quite a few options on this book. You can learn more in the section down here in blue, and this is a section that lives in every one of our books and every product we offer. So if you were to come in here and you see a list of cover options and start going through the different covers of leather, of silk, your alligators, your linens, your brushed metals, you've got your opportunity to do a cover window as well as an inset. You can do a photo acrylic. You've got all your interior liners listed here as well as your different fonts and text options. Another neat thing with this one is you're not limited to just one image on the cover. As you can see from our tower here, this one's got 3 openings on it. So again, this book has the flexibility of a lot of the major brands. Has the lifetime warranty that comes with this book, but it does not have the price tag of some of those books. So this is a book that can definitely set you apart by giving you something that's high quality, high class, at an affordable price that you can offer your clients. Now, finally, for our premium and pro members here on Pictage, we do offer 2 other options, and that is we offer some of the books from Leather Craftsman as a 3500 and 300 series book, and we offer some books from Zook Binder. With all these books, remember, you can take advantage of our free album design service. Now, you're sitting there going, well, okay, I love the design, but what if I want to make a book somewhere else to go with my books here I'm giving my clients? Well, you've got a couple of options. Once your design is done, you can order a complete book from us. You can order just prints from us, in which case you can send them off to any binding company you want to use. Or you can order it as a digital download. At that point, we'll send you the flattened JPEGs of the design. You send them off to print and bind, and you still have taken advantage of our free design service and just purchase the design that you want. Or, again, you can let us handle the entire print and binding process, knowing that our books do come with a lifetime warranty here at Pictage. The final choice, once you've made your choice of how you're going to purchase all of this, you can also add our wonderful little companion books. These are press-printed soft page books that are exact replicas of your large album. Now, these comes in sets of 10. They come in sets of 25. These make great gifts for parents, for family, as well as for the bridal party. So this is something that you can consider as an option with any of the books that you purchase as a studio through Pictage, to always add your companion books as something that you can give away, as something as a gift that can go out for your brides. Well, we want to thank you for joining us today on our Albums and Books screencast. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call our staff. You can always also click on our live chat and ask us any questions that you have. I want to thank you again for joining us for our Albums and Books screencast today. Have a great day, and thank you for choosing Pictage.